Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to adjust a couple things. This is still the Indie Spotlight, okay, from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we're just waiting on a few guests to make it. If certain guests don't make it, then we'll just have a longer interview with the guests that did make it. Okay, so we're just still waiting for people to come into the room. As you know, the Indie Spotlight is back and it comes every Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, that's Eastern Standard Time. And my goal and my focus is on independent, small, and local businesses, but you can really be any size business. Okay. Welcome. You can be any size business. And if you would like to have an in-depth interview, then just hit me up. Right now, February is booked, and the first week in March, thank you for coming in. The first week in March is booked, but the last 3 weeks in March isn't booked. So I would love to have interviews with anybody, any creators, any influencers, comedians, cooks, bar owners, restaurant owners. Hello, how are you doing? Anybody, it doesn't matter, whatever you do, and you want to have a spotlight shined on you in a place where you can talk and stuff like that, and have an in-depth interview about what you do, you know. Tonight's guest, we're supposed to be doing an interview with Duece the God, and with Stakks, and I'll just see if anybody ran into any difficulties or anything like that, and let's just see who joins, because I had to log off and log back on again. Oh my god, my head. Whatever. Hi, hello, JSO Wapo. I think that's how I say your name. So welcome everybody to the Indie Spotlight. Like I said, just because it's mainstream doesn't mean it's the main event. It is important for us to solidify and display our local businesses, creators, writers, comedians, fashion designers, whatever, you name it. I would love to do an interview with anybody that would like to have an in-depth interview. And I would like to ask them a few important questions about their business and what they're doing and who they're trying to reach. Because we're in a very trying time right now. And a lot of things are using the internet to use or to be seen or display what they're doing. But I would just like to make sure that I display a lot of hidden gems that are in Philadelphia, hidden gems that are in all around the tri-state area, and just all around the country, or all around the states, you know. So we're just waiting for our guests to come in here. We're just waiting for our guests to start the interview. But while I'm waiting, if anybody would like to come to the screen and talk to me for a little while, they can. If you want to, just holler at me and say, yeah, I'll come to the screen and talk to you for a little while. And just come to the screen. I think I let everybody know, thank you for coming in. I think I let everybody know what I do, and I always talk about me being a community college of Philadelphia musical performance graduate. Hi. And I'm a music consultant and a singer-songwriter, and I'm also an aspiring music journalist and an aspiring model. So if anybody wants to talk about anything, then just let me know. And invite. I would like to invite somebody to talk. So let me see who's there. Yeah. This show only goes until it's only about an hour, from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We normally do 2 interviews. One from 7:10 to 7:35, which is interview number 1. And then one from 7:35 to 8 p.m., which is interview number 2. And yeah, so that's what we normally do. But whatever guest comes, and if the other one doesn't show up, we'll just give a longer time to that guest. So that's pretty much what we do here. I'm looking to focus on more things like, I'm looking to focus on things like music. I'm looking to focus on things like restaurants, businesses, influencers, comedians, whatever. Doesn't matter. Right now we're just waiting for our guests to come in. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. Okay. Oh. So we're just waiting for that to come in. Mm-hmm. So right now we're just waiting for our guests to come in. Let me see. We're still just waiting for our guests to come in. Actually, this was actually supposed to be from 7:10 to 7:35 was supposed to be interview 1. But for some reason, the guest didn't show up. So we're looking to see if guest number 2, shows up. Okay. So, yeah. A couple people said hi to me. But no, I don't think anybody wants to come to the camera though, for real. Hello, I wave to everybody that comes in here. Thank you for coming in and thank you for joining us. Or for joining me. You know, I'm also a music consultant, and if anybody has any like questions about music or want any type of advice or anything like that, I can also provide those things for them while we're waiting. I don't even know who's still up in here. Okay, so oh man, look at all this other different stuff. Crazy. I'm waiting on this. Boots. I'm just making sure I'm doing all that. So, let's see who came in. Oh, hello, and thanks for joining. We're just waiting for our next guest. If that doesn't happen, then I'm going to go on with, I'm going to talk about I'm going to talk about like a music or a social media topic. That's what I want to talk about. I'm going to probably talk about a social media topic, or I'm going to talk about an algorithm, about how algorithms work. You know, about how the algorithm works. I'll probably talk about a different topic. Okay. Talk about a different algorithm, and if not, then yeah, I might just like sing a few songs or something. But I remember when like vlogging and being on like a radio station or making your own radio station. It's kind of like vlogging is making your own radio station. And it wasn't as big as it is now, but since like the pandemic has happened, it just has became a huge thing. And literally everybody has them. Literally everybody has them. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining Strength Love. Right now we're just waiting for guests to come in. But if guests don't come in, or if the interview does not start, then I'm just going to give out some, anybody that wants to ask me any type of music questions, it'll just become a Q&A, you know. It'll just become a Q&A. How you doing? Anybody that came in, I'm going to send them a hello. And we were actually supposed to have 2 guests come on tonight for me to interview. If the 2 guests do not show up, then I will give out some just some music advice. Or anybody that wants to come to the camera and wants to talk can come to the camera and talk about anything. But mostly it'll be about if you have a business or something, or, you know, something that you're doing, something that you're trying to push or something like that. You can come to the camera if you want, and we can talk about it and discuss it. And we can just bounce back and ask each other questions. Here's how that. Is. 'Cause So, since we're going into about 40 minutes into my show, I'm going to talk about some things. So I'm going to give myself an interview at this point on what I would normally ask to artists. So the first question is, what is your artist name and how did you come up with it? So my artist name is Shayrenee. Okay. So my first name is Shayrenee, but everybody calls me Shay. And my middle name is Renee. So since everybody calls me Shay and my middle name's Renee, sometimes I used to be called by that name. It's Shayrenee. Alright, so that's how I came up with it. It actually says it on my necklace too. So the next question is, what area are you from and where did you grow up? So I was born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And my family did a lot of moving. So we moved a lot. But we lived in North Philly, Frankfurt, Onley, South Philly, West Philly, North Philly. And most recently, I don't know what that's saying. Sorry. Most recently, I've been living in Southwest Philly for the longest. Okay. I'm living in Southwest Philly the longest. Okay, so the third question is, what inspired you to become an artist and when did you start? So I will say professionally, I started when I started school. When I went to start a community college, in 2014. I started community college in 2014 and I graduated in 2018. So I would say that my professional career started once I went to school. What inspired me to do that is because I was thinking about first going for a medical, like for a nurse, because everybody always tells you that your music career isn't a secure job. It's not secured and it's so much competition and all that type of stuff. But I also talked to my like family, mom and stuff, and they were like, you should go for something that you really like doing, that you love. And I started singing. I started first just like singing when I would just be on like MySpace or something like that, and sometimes people would ask me to sing and I sung, and I was like, you know what, I could really do this, and I'm really good at this. So that's what inspired me to start doing it. What type of music do you make? Style, sound, and genre? That's a real good question. So I'm interviewing myself right now. So the type of music that I like making is R&B, soul. R&B, soul, and I listen to some gospel. So I'm definitely on some type soul, rare type of stuff. You know what I mean? I listen to a lot of different people, and I love all music, but I do love like the older music. I love like the Phyllis Hyman. I listen to the Anita Baker. I listen to Kim. I listen to all this stuff. I listen to Lella Hathaway. I listen to everybody. I listen to all those genres of music. Okay. So then the number 5 is, where can people find your music and where can people find your social media platforms such as YouTube, IG, FB, Snapchat. So I do have a Snapchat, and my Snapchat name is SRenee769. All lowercase letters. SRENEE 769. Okay. So that's my Snapchat name. Now YouTube, I really haven't really gotten to YouTube. I have some songs on YouTube and stuff like that. If you go to Good Cat Productions, so that's G, capital G, OOD, capital A. I mean capital K, AT, products, right? I'm sorry, producing. All right, one of our guests is in here, so I'm gonna leave it at that question, and I'm gonna go to our guests so they can come in, so that we can start the interview. Okay. Okay. So let's start. Let's start the interview with them. Okay. Hi,
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, I'm good. I haven't seen you in a long time.
And
I remember seeing you at when you used to do open mic a
uh,
lot. So how have you been?
I've been good. You know what I mean?
Good. That's good.
How are
I know
you?
a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I wanted to ask you, um, like, how did you come up with your artist name?
Well, basically, ever since I was younger, I was always like hustling and doing little things for money and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? I just sat down and put that together. Like my name is like Will Stacks with a dollar sign at the end of it, but it's like one by one. You know what I mean? So I'm always like working, always striving to survive or whatever.
Okay, great. Um, and I was about to say, like, when I used to see you like perform, it had the hot energy, you had the light, you had all that stuff. You had
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah, we definitely been
Okay.
stepping up our performances and the different things like that also. So I can't wait till we get
Yeah.
back.
Okay. Uh, what area are you from and where did you grow up?
Well, I was born in North Philadelphia. I mean, I lived in North Philadelphia when I was younger, and I'm sort of back in that area now. But the place where I spent most of my time and where I still visit now and stuff like that, where a lot of my family is Frankfurt.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, so like what inspired you to start like become like for you to become an artist?
I was just basically always like I was always in some type of art or music. Like I've just always been creative in some way, shape, or form. So,
Okay.
you know,
That's cool. And what type of music do you do? Like, what is your style, or if you have one, or if you would, you know?
I would say that I'm versatile, but as you said earlier, like high energy. I mostly talk about like working, probably smoking some weed or something. I mean,
Okay, so yeah,
I'm
I
like a
mean,
hip
it's
hop
legal
hippie.
now, so it's nothing. Yeah, okay, so like a hip hop hippie. Okay, cool. I like that. So, um, I actually found your music on YouTube, but where can people find your music and stuff like that? Like your social media platforms, like where are the best places people?
Well, I got it on all the platforms. I got it on iTunes, Spotify, all that stuff. But basically, when I recorded it initially, I'm like a perfectionist or whatever. Like, so say if I was to draw a picture, I would just keep touching it up until I feel as though it's perfect or whatever. And that's more so what I do with the music. So
Mm.
that's basically how that goes. So everything is coming together. Actually, Juice just put out a project or whatever. It's called I Had a Vision. That's on all platforms also, Spotify, iTunes,
Where is
everything like that.
where is Deuce? Because you know Deuce's interview was before yours.
Yeah. Well, see, he probably got caught up at work or whatever. And that's why, like, I
Hmm.
wanted to call him on three-way. In fact, let me see if I can get him online right now. See if he can, you know what I mean? I can send him that notification or something. Because I got another phone right here. Give me a
But
second. I'm listening.
I'm sorry. Okay, that's fine. We'll go over that later on. I want so you said like it's on all platforms, so it's on iTunes and
iTunes,
Spotify, and
Spotify.
you also have a YouTube channel
Yes.
and you have an IG.
Hmm.
Um, do you have a Snapchat?
I have a Snapchat. I'm not really as
Hmm.
active online as maybe I should be. I like me, I'm the type like, say if we focusing on something or whatever, I'll just sit back and make sure that it gets done or that we working on whatever, even if the focus is not on me. You know what I mean? So like,
Right.
for instance, like last year we was going around passing out lighters with Duece face on it or whatever, because he had our year and we was doing the videos and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And me, I was just more so focused on like doing performances and stuff like that, enhancing that. Look, you know what I mean? Like you said, the lights, like we drink up everything. So I just was more so focused on that and trying to build that up more, you know what I mean? Instead of putting anything
So
out. Go ahead, I'm listening.
I'm sorry. So do you have EPs or LPs out? Like how many do you have out there?
I have, well, as far as online right now, I got like three singles.
Hmm.
Yeah. So something small. You, yo, go online on IG. All right, bet it.
Okay.
None. The interview. I'm talking to Deuce now.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, let me ask you this question.
All right. Go ahead. I'm listening.
What is the best advice you would give to an up and coming artist? I like to ask this question a lot.
Well, all right, we'll put it like this or whatever. You know what I mean? Because we ain't the furthest in the world, but we kind of going somewhere. It's like no matter how people vision you, even how you envision yourself or whatever. If you got love for something, if you just keep pushing at it and keep on trying to do little things to make it better and better and better, eventually,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Even if the world not screaming your name, people will recognize that. So that's all you really got to focus on. All that other stuff to me is just glitz and glamour, you know?
Oh. So right now it's telling me that only one live guest can be on at one
That's
time.
cool. That's cool.
I'm
We can switch
okay.
off.
That's fine. Right. Okay. So I wouldn't be able to join to produce to join in, but we can always schedule some things.
I mean, if you want,
Um.
I could. Well, we could finish real fast, and then y'all can get a couple minutes in real fast.
Okay.
That way, we
Okay.
get some time.
That sounds good. Do you have a clothing line or any merchandise?
All right. So basically, we're coming up with our next, I guess, giveaway or whatever. But it's not something that we're not really looking to sell like merchandise right now. We just giving
Hmm.
people stuff, you know what I mean, and just trying to spread
Oh, okay.
positivity and things like that. Like even when we have events and stuff like that, most of the time
Hmm.
it's free. Everything be free.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have like a so do you guys do you have an on like a do you have like an IG store?
No.
Okay. So do you have an IG store? Okay. Because I like to try to like answer the questions so people can go and actually look at like go to the products that you guys have.
Oh,
Because you got like music out there, you guys have merch and stuff out there, and you're on different platforms
yeah,
and stuff.
definitely.
Do you have any up and coming tour dates or live performances? Now I know this is a hard question to ask because of COVID-19 and stuff like that, but I'll be seeing people doing stuff and I just be like, okay, but I just want to ask if you
Yeah,
have anything.
all right, so as far as performing and stuff like that, I don't have anything scheduled. I've been getting invites and stuff like that, but I'm just
Right.
trying to look for the right group or the right situation. You know what I mean? I'm not just going somewhere where, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like really pretentious people, so I don't hang in those type of crowds and stuff like that. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I want to make sure that the setting is right, the sound is right, the engineering is right, things like that. So if I run into a situation like that, I'll jump on it. But other than that, I just can't wait until everything comes back as far as like, you know what I mean? I used to love going out to like downtown performing, giving out stuff because that's how you get to meet like a variety of people, It's not just Philadelphia, it's Russia, it's France. We know a lot of different people. We met a lot of different people from going out there. So, once everything open back up and is right, I'll be able to give you more information.
Okay. And what artists are you currently working with now? Because I'm going to ask you a couple more questions,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to bring Duece in.
Okay. All right. So right now it's just me and Duece. We just mostly be focusing on that right now. You know what I mean? We done synced
Okay.
up and, we just push it forward like that. Well, at least for right now, I mean, we meet people and we think they're cool. Like, I mean, we do have people that we're cool with, but not that we're working with specifically.
Okay. You have people that you're clubbing, not people that you're working with. Okay. So what producers or managers or video creators or studios do you guys use or recommend?
All right. Well, as of late, Duece, he done took it into the room and stuff. I like that sound quality that he got going on over there. You know what I mean? Like I
Uh-huh.
said, I was working with people before, and I ain't going to mention no names, but I didn't fully like the quality, how it comes out. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be like,
Well,
it's just missing something. Go ahead, I'm listening.
I can feel no, I feel you. Like I was telling like I was listening to a lot of people like doing a lot of hip hop or rap and stuff, and I was like, first, number one, all beats are not created equal.
Exactly.
And all sound quality and mastering isn't either.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I can understand how you would want to perfect that and have that really tight. Mm-hmm. So what studio do you guys use?
No, we just like basically I'm about to start working on my project soon, and we just going to do it straight from the closet.
Okay. Well, hey, that's authentic, right?
Yeah. And Duece is going to be recording it, so I guess that's my man, the studio.
Oh, okay. So, and the last question I wanted to ask was, I don't know if I can put him back. Okay. And the last question I wanted to ask was just let everybody know where they can find some of the platforms they can find your music at, and then I'll let you Duece join in.
Okay,
joint?
so they on all the major platforms or whatever. I got
Okay.
some material on like SoundCloud, but I don't really use it. I ain't used that in like some years. So Spotify, iTunes, and basically every place like that. You got some YouTube Music, different joints like that. Cause most of us we got that same system where they update it to all the different platforms. So basically wherever you find music, you can find us.
Great. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up my interview with Will Stakks. Thank you, and I'm glad that you came through and that
Yep,
I was able
yep.
to talk
Thank
to
you.
you.
I
You're
appreciate
able
it.
to talk to your music because it does sound good and it does need to be talked about.
Right. I appreciate
Okay.
that.
All right. Well, you have a good night.
All
Okay.
right, you too. All right, enjoy.
Bye. Okay. Now we're gonna open up. We're gonna ask Deuce the God to join. Okay.
What's going on? What's going on?
Hi. How are you doing?
What's up? Not bad. Not bad right now.
Sure. I'm sure you were pretty tied up.
Yeah.
So I was listening to like your songs and stuff earlier, and how did you come up with your artist name?
That's just funny. It's like the most weirdest like way that it came up, but I know Wale. Obviously, everybody know who Wale is.
Yeah.
He had a mixtape out called I think it was More About Nothing or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
randomly, like, I don't know, it was just like an ad lib. He just randomly said it like before he was about to start a verse, and he was just like Deuce. I don't know. It just sound the way he said it. I was
It
just
just
like,
hit, huh?
you know what I mean? I would just always catch
Okay.
myself saying that shit. And then I was just like, I don't know. I just randomly put that shit there. And then my man's is from New York. So a lot of niggas from New York, like, the way that they lingo, like, they'll be like, what's good, God? Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, you the God, what's up? You feel me? So over time, I just ended up putting it together. And it just came together, like, and I just kept it. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a-
I just kept it like that.
Okay. So I was actually able to see y'all perform live and stuff like that at the
Mm-hmm.
open mic. So that was good. I don't know if you guys still do that, but I looked at your videos and looked at the different songs and stuff like that, and they're really good.
Mm-hmm. Thank
Really
you.
good.
Appreciate that.
What area are you from and where did you grow up from?
I'm originally from Irvington, New Jersey. You know where Newark is?
Yeah.
It's northern Jersey. Like, I'm originally from northern New Jersey, so like Irvington.
Okay. Okay. What inspired you to start doing music and when did you start?
I started doing music when I was in college. I used to play basketball. You feel me? Like, that was like my main goal. That was my passion. And
Oh, okay,
when I was
okay.
playing ball, like, over time, I just started falling out of like love with basketball. I didn't really care for it as much. And then while I was on
Hmm.
campus, it was just like, damn, like, I'm in the right place. I'm in the right demographic to try it. Like, there's a bunch of people around my age and my age group. You know what I'm saying? We all party and we all do shit. Everybody smoke weed, drink, and then start freestyling. You know what I mean? Just shit like that. And I realized I was all right with it. And this one kid that I used to hang out with the people on the football team, like, all the time. You feel me? And we used to smoke and shit. He bought a microphone one day, and then I ended up just hopping on the mic. I spit something. I was like, oh, all right. Like, my voice don't sound weird. Like, all right. You know what I'm saying? And over time, I was like, yo, I like doing this shit. And I just started writing it down a lot. Just writing down more work and just getting consistent with it. And then eventually, I ended up getting a microphone. And once I got a mic, like, it just became something that I love to do. And then that's how I just got inspired by it. And I was able to tell my story and talk about, like, what I want to talk about and express myself the way I want to express myself.
So how long have you been doing it?
I've been rapping, I'm going to say easy, 7 to 8 years. Easy, hands down, easy. Like,
I was going to say I could tell like the time and the precision that has been in it. And
yeah.
what type of style of music do you do, if you call it that?
Like music. Real shit.
Okay.
Like, it's hip hop, but I
Like
feel
you
like a lot of different people can vibe to it. Like, hardcore hip hop heads can vibe to it because I'm giving lyricism. The more poppy audience can fuck with it too because it's like, damn, like, all right, you got the hooks, they're catchy, but it's nothing that's like over the top. It's never nothing that like you gotta sit there and try to dissect what I even meant by anything. Like, it's very clear, but it's kind of party-ish, vibey, but it's life shit. Like I'm talking about real life.
You got a lot of different vibes on there.
Yeah.
I was just listening to it. I was like, wow, I was like, you was singing. I heard some melodies and all that different type of stuff on there.
Thank you.
What where can people find where can people find your music?
My music, it's on every streaming platform. So I got it on Apple,
So
Spotify, Tidal. Like honestly, I tell everybody just type my name in on Google. You know what I mean? Like just not even on some like it probably come off like I'm on some like no, it's some real shit. Like this, you can type research my name up the same way you would research Kodak Black or anybody. You know what I mean? Whoever's popular at the point. Just type it in, Duece the God, DueceDagod. And I also got these drawings going around too. So as my man was saying, like, I believe in like
the lighters.
Yeah.
It's a smart idea.
I believe in like with product and shit, like when you're first coming out with something, yeah, we all want to make money off of our craft. We want to make bread, like you feel me? But I set up a system that I can make money off of what I'm doing. But what I'm saying is don't bite the hand that's definitely gonna feed you, which is people. And you can't just off the top be like, yo, this is $5. I want $5 from you. Like, nah, I will give it to you for free. I don't care. Everybody smokes. I like smoking weed. I like smoking pot. Like, everybody smokes. You feel me? So I give them out, and I give them out for free. It has my content on it. My name is on it. You know what I mean? And I just tell you, to search it on Google. It comes up on every single streaming platform. YouTube, Apple, Tidal, Amazon. It's even platforms that I never even heard of that it's all registered with. So that's all you got to do.
That's great. Did you so your latest this is a full album, isn't it? I Had a Vision?
Yeah, full album. It was 11 what I put up. No, I put 10 tracks on it.
10 tracks. And when did you put that's your latest one, right?
That's my latest album, yeah. It's my latest one.
Okay, so like your other album, Our Year, that was about 2 years ago, maybe?
Yeah, I would say about 2 years, yeah. Yeah, it was about 2 years, yeah. It was like when I first came to Philly.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that's all that stuff is like really, really good. And plus, like I said, like I'm a singer and songwriter, but I don't like write as many songs as like a lot of other artists do. Like they write a lot of material. But yeah, it is really good, and it is something that you guys should check out. What is your best advice for an up and coming artist or somebody that's trying to do their thing?
I believe the best advice is to like stay true to yourself, stay honest to what you're doing, don't fake anything, keep it a bean, just be honest with what you're doing, and you gotta put forth hard work, but you gotta understand like don't hold people to high expectancy. Like don't hold like if somebody tell you like, oh yo, you're dope, I might be able to do such and such. Just use it as all right, that's encouragement. That's an encouraging energy. You know what I'm saying? That's something to tell me that I'm moving in the right direction. So I know that I'm getting warmer and closer to what I want to be, right? But understand you got to do a lot of this stuff on your own. You gotta hustle on your own before people start to really realize and come along. Eventually those real business partners, they'll come along because you've done invested in yourself so much and pushing yourself to where you're popping up on people's radars. You're not even like hunting them down. They're kind of like, oh shit, like, and it's gonna cost. Like I just was talking to someone today. I'm looking for a videographer. Like my videos are good videos, but I'm paying.
Yo, they're good quality. I've looked at a lot of stuff. They're good.
Yeah, like I'm paying for that. You know what I'm saying? Like that off the top. That's just like it's a lot of money, and people will be like, "Yo, I love your videos," and I'll be like, "Thanks," right? And then when you go looking for a new camera person, and you say that your budget is $1,500 or whatever, have it right. It's like they're like, nah, bro, you can get a video done for $500. No, I can't. I can't do that. Right
Not
now.
what
I cannot do that. Right. If I do that right now, people will look at me and be like, dog, how you do that? And then go back here. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, you have to stay pure to like, yo, it has to be done correctly. So that goes with your recording. That goes with your videos, everything. If you can learn how to record on your own, record yourself on your own. Yeah, it might not sound like the real studio. It might not. But at the end of the day, you're able and you have more control of your content and how you want to release content. So I believe in just being self-sufficient. That's literally, be self-sufficient. Every artist is
I agree. I agree with you with that. I agree with you as far as when you were talking about what they don't tell you. Like, I went to community college for music,
mm-hmm.
and I have a associate's degree in music performance. But what they don't tell you is that you are going to be an entrepreneur. You are
Yep.
a self-made business person,
Mm-hmm.
and that you are going to be like an independent contractor. And like you said, you're going to be putting some money out,
Mm-hmm. And
get the stuff that you
people
want. So I
don't
agree with
realize
that.
it. Like they don't even realize that they're doing it. That's the crazy part. You don't even realize you're doing it. You already, if you're a rapper and you even spend time to go to a studio, you already a
Right.
business. Like you're already a business.
Yeah.
So you already are
Yep.
an entrepreneur. Then when you take it up the notch and you say, okay, now I'm gonna shoot a music video. Now I'm gonna pay for something from Mark. You're an entrepreneur. You know different than FedEx and 7-Eleven and all these people and different
Exactly.
people. You know different. You just you at a lower scale. You're trying to get it up there.
Right.
The same thing.
Could you tell me? So you were telling me about your lighters, but do you have a clothing line, and do you have any merchandise? And if you do you have a web store or anywhere where people can buy it?
So right now, it's crazy. Like as time has been going, just in terms of like passing out lighters and making connections with people and like coming into different energies and different people. Like I've just recently started like getting in contact with people that do clothing. You know what I mean? So when that time
So that's something
comes,
you're working on.
when that time comes, I'll definitely be like, bang, like I got multiple resources, you know what I'm saying, to do it. So as of now, this is the main merch that I'm pushing right now, just because it's like, it's so
To
usable.
me, that's the smart merch. Everybody's going to use it. It's not like
Yeah.
For me, I would like pretty much probably like do it for free or like just like make like a donation.
Real shit.
But it's a good. That's a smart idea. Do you have any up and coming tour dates or live performances?
So right now, no, nothing,
No. Okay.
nothing at all, because just obviously because I wouldn't even just automatically blame it on the coronavirus, like just
Okay.
because like my energy hasn't been like in that area right now. Like I know that.
Totally understandable.
Yeah, like it's like where my energy
Totally.
at, my energy every day on my day to day when I wake up, I'm thinking, okay, money, make a lot of money and put that shit into everything you're doing. So for me right now, I just recorded that album. I recorded everything. It took me about like a month and a half to record the album. Did everything, mixed and mastered it, and now I have our year and I had a vision out, and I have 4 videos for our year, and I'm trying to do 5 videos for I had a vision this year. Once I do those 5 videos, I'm just gonna go into straight marketing mode where I'm just paying for like high budget advertisement.
So I like talking to you because like you have like you're also telling me the sides of the insides of like actually going through making your own video.
Mm-hmm.
And like how you should be managing your money, what you should be doing. Like that's the type of stuff that people need to be talking about when they're doing stuff like that. That's the stuff you can learn. That's the stuff you can learn from. What about Selfish Motherfucker? Is that an EP or just a single?
It's a single, but I'm kind of mad. I should have put that joint on. I should have put it on I had a vision. I really should have. It should have been like a bonus track, because I feel like it fit what I was like talking about on that album, like all together. But that's a single though.
That's a single. When was that made?
That was in like, yeah, that song. I wrote that song years ago, like mad years ago. But I released it, I think, in like
2018. Okay.
Or no, I'm lying. That was 19. I'm pretty sure it was 19.
Okay. 2019.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any artists that you are especially or that you are working with now?
Nah, I'm not working with anybody at all. But it's not because I don't want to work with people. It's just more so kind of like, it just hasn't come across. Like, and a lot of stuff with music, like I feel like the times where I have worked with people, because I have in the past, it's been because it's been my homies, or it's been people that's just been around me all the time. And we chill, we smoke, we vibe. So like we know each other on a human level, where it's like that shit just come together. Whereas I haven't really like had someone reach out to me and it was just like the vibe was just like bang. So I usually am just like kind of always just rocking and doing everything on my own. But I'm going to start getting into that though, definitely.
I feel it. So what producers or video creators or studios do you use or that you recommend or suggest?
I recommend, studio wise at this point, I'm not going to say myself because I don't really want to mix and master anyone like that. I don't.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to, And that's another thing. Like, I wouldn't get into that industry right now knowing that it's just basically I'm doing it for myself, and what I know my sound is good for me. But, like, why would I, you know what I mean? A person comes to me and be like, yo, I want you to make my shit sound hot, and I charge you like $500, and then it comes out trash because I know the sound for what I need, and I'm just not into, like, playing with people's money, especially when it comes to music and building and entrepreneurship. Like, you're not trying to waste no bread. I wasted bread in the studio. But
Right.
I will say, for videos, the last guy that I shot my videos with, very good dude. He's very good with what he does. Nimi Hendrix is a good videographer. I would say check him out. Check him out. He shot videos for like a couple, like artist Chef G, like a couple artists that are on exactly right now. Like I think he shot one for Dream Doll, Fabio Foreign. Like, so he's linked. If you can get in contact with him, definitely reach out to him because he'll give you that quality. I'll definitely say that.
Okay. So you made the music off of your album. So like for Had a Vision, you did all the beats?
No. I didn't make the beats. I'm trying. I want to learn that, but I don't know how to do that yet.
Okay, I was about to say, because all beats are not created equal. I was just talking to Will Stakks about that. I was like, I hear some people that be like, they make their own beats and everything, and I was like,
no, that shit crazy. That's a whole nother lane, and I feel like mentally, that's not where I'm at with it right now. I'm just like, I want to write the words, record it, and put that shit out, and I just want to market myself like any Fortune 500 company would.
I want to ask the question also. Would you, if you had the chance, what mainstream artists would you want to work with?
Off top, mainstream artists. Damn, I don't know. I feel like I would want to work with. I feel like I would want to work with somebody like It's gonna be crazy because the parallel is real wild. But I like Wiz Khalifa. Like, he just mad laid back. I like artists that just, they don't never be in the media. They just known for just being laid back, casual dudes that just about their paper and they make money. So I would definitely want to do a song with Wiz, like kind of like that, like that Cushion OJ vibe, like his mixtape vibe. We gotta do like a track like that. I want to do some shit like that, and I want to work with man. I love listening to Styles P a lot. I don't know what it is. I think I grew up on his music. And I like the lyricism. I like how much he's like serious about bars still at this time and modern day. Like, so that's somebody else. I feel like I got tracks that he can hop on and kill, and I already got verses to them Jones. Like, it's just certain artists I like just for like their personalities.
That's good. That's awesome.
Stay out the way. Just get their shit done. That's it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, stay out the way. We're not in the tabloids every day, and niggas know every move I made and what I did wrong and what I didn't. Like, no, I'm just trying to just get bread and stay out the way.
Okay. Well, you can tell everybody again where they can find your stuff at, or how to spell your name, or how to find your stuff at, and then I can just wrap up the interview.
All right, no doubt.
So I like to reiterate that.
So you can find me on Apple, Spotify, Tidal. I'm just listing all the major ones. Obviously, YouTube and Google. This Duece the God, Duece. And then, you know what I mean, space DA, space God, Duece the God. So, you know what I'm saying? That's it. And if y'all are in the Philadelphia area and I happen to bump into you, it's nothing. I'll be having these shits on deck.
I want my life. No, I'm joking.
I'll be having it on deck. People be hitting me up. They be like, yo, dog, so my Bic ran out, and like, I was looking for a lighter. I digged in the bottom of my book bag, and that shit came up, bro. And I actually checked your music out. And this is like, and sooner or later, you'll check it out. You may not check it out right away, but if that shit sit around long enough because it is something that can be of use, you're going to use it, and you're going to be like, dog, I've seen this how many times? I'm fried anyway. Why would I just not type this nigga name in?
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you for coming on. Thank you, and thank Will Stakks for coming on.
Yes, no problem. No problem. I got you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Be safe.
Have a good night, everyone.
All right.